Boom shakalaka. G'day, Stu from UAV Futures here. Welcome back to the FPV mix. I am sorry I was a little bit late. We had some OBS updates, all that sort of stuff just before we press play. But we're here now. First things first, let's do some mic checks, audio checks, and thank you everybody who's been waiting patiently here in the chat. I've seen random FPV. I've seen Kiz in there as well. People saying, hey, why is Stuart late? Where's he going? What's going on? Someone, licensed driver, saying no audio. While Chucker FPV is saying audio is all good. I've been trying to work on this microphone just a little bit better. Captain Kirk is saying, let's get this party started with a $50 donation straight off the bat. Thank you very much, Captain Kirk. If there's anything that I need to do, I'm trying to find out where this microphone sounds best, right? So where should I put it? Where clip that it's going to sound better for you guys, and what audio profile should I have on there as well? Because I worry when I'm talking to the camera, the sound isn't coming through quite as clear. Lucas is saying it seems very, very directional. But I want to say thank you very much, Captain Kirk, just being an absolute legend. You can see his name is here on the stream, and people don't realize, like, that donation is absolutely bonkers. Thank you so much. But people don't realize even $1 or $2 can make a huge difference. So thank you for supporting this channel, and at the moment you guys are keeping this channel alive, so I want to say thank you for believing in what we do, for sharing FPV, and for ultimately changing my life, but also other people out there, sharing this message of how fun these drones can be. Now look, this got pretty heavy pretty fast. Strap yourself in, grab yourself a cup of coffee, grab yourself a drink, whatever it may be. Maybe it's a soda water, maybe it's a beer, maybe it is a cup of tea. But just kick back, relax, whether it be morning, evening, night, maybe you can't sleep, maybe you're settling down for the day, or maybe you're just waking up ready to enjoy your weekend and it's the last day of Friday if you're in Oz. Kick back. We're going to be hanging out for about 90 minutes, just having some fun, answering your questions, going through some drones, drone stuff. I'm meant to be going through some drone stuff, and yeah, just generally hanging out. Get my phone out of my pocket. All right, well, let's do it. Fitz Flights, let's see what we've got in here. Actually, and also, Donnie has sent through a donation, and he says, hopefully I'm first donation. Have to head out, but I should catch the last half hour when I get back. Hey, y'all. Hope everyone's doing good. Nothing but love. Nope, not first. So as he was writing that, you know what your problem was there, Donnie? If you hadn't have written that nice message, then you would have been first. So I can imagine you typing that out and then being like, oh, okay, maybe I'll be second. Captain Kirk beat you just there. Thank you so much. Some big news yesterday for those people who are interested. I want to share some love again about Captain Kirk, because he is sending out Have Boards bag. For those of you who didn't know, we did a bit of a competition. The professional setup, where we checked out everybody's setups, and we wanted to send out a bag to somebody who was going to be getting the most out of this product. And yeah, Have Boards sent through some stuff. So he should be, not only is Captain Kirk supporting this channel, he's also sharing the love of FPV directly by sending some people out there some gear. So big shout out to him. Test Pilot Tim says, yo, thanks, bro. And that reminds me, because yesterday, I want to give a shout out to those guys here. I've got the receipt right here, $114 later from the post office. But thank you so much to those people who sent through their postage. You have your prizes and packages. We spent a bit of dollars at the post office yesterday, and they are on their way out to you. My daughter, you've got to apologize to her, though, because she was a little bit upset. She was saying, Dad, where are you sending your drones? Will your drones come back? And I said, oh, I'm sending them to my friends. She had a couple of tears in her eyes. So not only do you get some drones in the post, you also get some guilt and some of my daughter's tears that might have fallen into those packages as well. Kev is saying, hey, put the mic lower if you are swinging back and forth. Maybe that will help a little bit. That almost looks very inappropriate. I don't know if I like the microphone. They're making me a little bit uncomfortable. Blake Dyers is saying, I'm getting the Emax Tiny Hawk 2 thanks to your video. Let me have a look at that. If I go just here, I don't know if I like that one. Like, if I watch that back. We're getting a lot of donations coming in. Thank you so much, guys. It truly is appreciated. All right, let's have a look here. We don't have any ads. Thank you very much. Let's go to screen share. I'm going to answer those from Bad Manners and Kaylin in just a second. Have a look at this bad boy. So we jump over here. All right, let's have a look. This one, I'm pretty sure this is the Tiny Hawk 2.
On the components, they're getting distracted.
Blah, 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 blah. Man, that jumper, what is that?
It can take
I don't even know where that t-shirt is anymore. Where's my final thoughts?
Some fun when they're zipping around. They are not hardcore whoop races or anything like that. So for those people, and they want the options of 1S or 2S, those people are going to absolutely enjoy a craft like this. For me, it was just probably a little bit toned down when I took it out of the box, and the first time I fired it up, it just on those beginner settings, indoors, yeah, it was stable. There was nothing wrong with it flying around, but it didn't have that wow factor. And then when I took it outdoors, I did have the tiny bit of oscillation as well, and I don't think it's going to be made so much for an outdoor drone. And it is a little bit heavier, so it's got a bit more to cut around. So I don't know. I'm on the fence. What do you guys think?
Yeah, there we go. That's how I remember it. I made you sell that by saying I'm on the fence and it didn't have that wow factor. I don't know. Maybe we're watching a different video. The Tiny Hawk 1. I love the Tiny Hawk 1. Jumping back in here to Facecam. What do you guys think about the Tiny Hawk 2? Yeah, for me, and I remember telling this to the person at, the head of Emacs, and it's like, I'm sorry, man. I just it's not my favorite thing. But yeah, anyway. Moving on. Let's see. Bad Manners says, take my money. I've been waiting all week for this. Thank you very much for your super chat. Bad Manners, it is absolutely my pleasure to be here, and I've got to say, even on days like this morning was a little bit rough. I didn't get the best night's sleep last night, all that sort of stuff. But thank you for just being here. Knowing that you guys were here, waiting for the stream, really does motivate me to get here, to get out of bed, and just get on with the day. So I want to say thank you for helping with me in my day-to-day as well. So it goes both ways, my friends. And Kayla McCormick, she sent through some New Zealand dollary dues. I don't know what you Kiwis call them over there. Some Kiwi biscuits. And she's saying, good morning, everybody. So good morning, straight back at you guys. Let's see. Fitzflight says the Tiny Hawk 1 had a terrible VTX. Yeah, in my opinion, it actually wasn't too bad. I mean, it was only 25 milliwatts. It depends on how far you wanted to fly it. But I probably have quite a few Tiny Hawks, actually. Maybe, I don't even know. Maybe I probably bought 20. Like, I mean, with my own money. I have bought 20 Tiny Hawks to go and fly around with my friends and take them and try and teach people some flying and some other little things like that. And I kind of do really like them. RS7 Driver says, at Captain Kirk, 10K, wow, bro. They must love you. I wonder what. That's from RS7 Driver, another legend in the house as well. See what he's talking about. Oh, Captain Kirk is saying 10,141. That's how much I've spent at the post office shipping labels this year. Oh my God. Jeez Louise. Mate, you should just start your own shipping business if you've spent $10,000. That'd be USD as well at the post office. K Marco 96 says, what do you think about the Beagle Drones Kit 2X? We can check that out right now, my friend. I think I saw Gunner in the chat as well. At some point, we've got a fair bit of love in the chat, actually. So we'll have to, and we've got Ben as well. He's talking about something about the mic, I believe. Let's have a look here. This is right in my vision. I'm a bit worried about that with what kids can do. BeagleDrones.com. Oh, I already don't like it. So if this is what makes you want to pick this, we're going to refresh this so you guys can see. What do you think about this? So, take it up a notch, starting at $399. Oh, okay. I'm going to press refresh on here so we can hopefully see. Check it out. Watch this. What do you notice about this craft right here? So top speed, yeah, whatever. Max distance, that gives us nothing to go by, really. 12-minute flight time, if you're hovering in one spot and killing the battery. This design, straight off the bat, is like a really old, cheap, and dare I say, crappy version. I'm really sorry if this is your, whoever asked this question, or what do I think about Beagle drones, but if this is not a good drone to buy. Those arms, they look like a 2mm arm, if that, maybe 3. They look ridiculously thin. That can't be right. Something's got to be going wrong there. Maybe that can't be right. That's obviously someone's clipped it out with the Photoshop tool or something. We're using a stacked plate design where the bottom plate is protruding out to the front for some reason. This is like an old ZMR. The price is $400. Let's have a look here. All right, you can what you can... I don't know what we've got here. We've got some kid doing a skateboard trick. That's not really helping us. We saw the drone fly underneath. Like, anyone can get these shots. A mob... no. Completely modulate. Oh, here it is. Oh, jeez. Look at it. All right, so we've just got our standard motors. When we're using... why do people buy this? We are using, what do you call this? Bullet connectors on the outside of the arms. Would you guys be buying this drone at $400? That's probably a nays. I wonder if it can give us the specs. We can go through here because this is obviously just a little render. I do like how the antenna is placed on here, but is that going to be underneath the carbon? Because if that is, that's going to offer pretty bad reception. It's saying it's got GPS. Drone kit 2, drone kit 2X. It looks like we've got one of those stupid propaganda pictures where people just make one picture look garbage. You can't really see it, but if I scrolled left and right. Anyway, Omni Flight Tune System. What's this? If it doesn't fly with beta flight, it's probably going to fly like garbage. Camera mode, sport mode, return to home. So if you're using GPS, camera mode, smooth and precise. More power, so this is probably just adjusting the rates. Safety unlocked. All right, so we can have GPS here. Let's see. I don't know what this is. We've got a big heatsink on the VTX. What's this? What's this? Data units per second? What are you talking about, mate? Okay, so that must just be maybe that's like F7 to F1. Maybe that's the difference that they're trying to claim right there. Stealth, oh look, we get 4 stealth motors, a stealth battery, and 8 propellers. Let's have a look here. We can go 6 minutes of stealth flight time. Stealth advance. Oh, okay, we can get a stealth package with 2 goggle antennas. Yeah, this is not what I'm a fast charger. Here we go. Here's some of the goods. Let's see. Can we have a look? Micro, no. Supports beta flight, so it's flying on beta flight, okay? Supports future Beagle updates. All right, who's going to be buying this, ladies and gentlemen? Looking at this drone, it's not going to be me. It looks like, I doubt they've even filmed this. They've just purchased that stock footage of some drone flying around. Very misleading. This frame design, these arms look like complete garbage. I don't like the camera. It looks like a no-name camera. Unless I know that's just a render, but they could have at least put the brand on there. It doesn't say too much. The bullet connectors look rubbish. It's going to be very heavy. The VTX is extruded, or what should I say? It's covered up by the carbon. Don't buy it. Don't buy this drone. Yeah, so there we go. JFBV is saying, Stu, you're a legend. Curry Kitten is saying, wow, did the clocks go back in Oz or something? Normally your stream starts at 1 a.m. and it's only 12:16 a.m. Yeah, we did. We got our daylight savings just kicked in down here. Captain Kirk, he's saying it's a tax write-off, so he's not too concerned. That's about his postage we've got right there. Fitzflat says, I honestly feel bad for anybody who bought this. Yeah, who actually asked about that Beagle drone? I can't remember. If one of the mods can let me know. Bockriner saying, awesome. I'm home to catch the stream for once. A big shout out to Bockriner. Nothing but love for that gentleman right there. One of the nicest people in FPV. Random Family Man says, oh, I saw this quad in the toilet 5 minutes ago. All right, it's not that bad, right? It's pretty bad on today's standard, but it is not bad. It's like if you started in 2016. So what's another comparable hobby that's come around in the last 5 years? You could kind of equate that to. So it might be like, I don't know, something like if you got this in 2015, this was about as good as we could expect. We didn't know better. I'm going to get this off the screen because I'm just watching this flying around all the time. Goodbye, Beagle drone. Jumping over here, stream template. That's going to be a little bit better. Captain Kirk says 85 watching, 39 thumbs up. Come on, folks. All right, let's do that. Share some love for Captain Kirk as well, because one of the absolute legends, and him, an RS7 driver as well says, yeah, I'm back. Gone for 2 weeks without internet. Felt like I was at Stu's house. Come on, mate. I got the internet. And he sent through a $50 donation as well. What's going on, boys? We've been live for 15 minutes. And Captain Kirk and RS7 Driver both sending through some crazy donations. And I just want to say thank you. Hi, this is almost overwhelming, people, because you never know what... Oh, I'm going to be rambling here, but you never know what people... Guys... Come on, you never know what people are going through in their life, and I just want to say thank you for your support and to what you guys do for this channel. You truly are very kind, and there is a reason why your name is up here on this board. And if there's anything I can ever do for you beyond what we already do in sharing this love of FPV, I just want to say thank you. And this goes for everybody who's in this stream. I would love just to have a time when, we're getting off topic here, but what I truly would love would be, imagine if we just all lived in the same sort of area, and the weather was good, and we could just go for a little rip. And I'm so sick of this weather that's down here as well. It's nothing but rain and wind. I'm seriously thinking about moving, boys, about heading north about 1,500 miles into the tropical zone and having some better weather, maybe getting just moving to a place with some land so I can fly every day and get out of this suburbia just a little bit. That's what I've been thinking about as well. So I don't know, imagine that place where people could just come over, we could have some gates set up, I'd cook a barbie, I'd put the barbecue on, and we could just chill out, fly some drones, and just generally hang out. That would be the dream. And you guys are all invited as well. So anyway, let's see. Scrolling down here. Thank you very much, RS7 driver. Honestly, it means more than I'll have to send you guys an email or something, because it means more than you know. Bad Menace FPV, he said, any chance of meeting up with Aussie Man Reviews and letting him review an FPV experience with you, maybe teaching him some flying some flying flippy flops. Look at these gentlemen right here, Aussie Man Reviews. He does some great stuff, but he's probably a little bit too busy for me. I don't think he would be too interested in checking some of that stuff out. But thank you very much for your donation as well, Aussie Man Reviews. And Chucker FPV sent him through a little donation as well. Thank you very much, Chucker. Charlie's waiting for some little snacks, I should say. Sorry, Charlie, I've kind of forgotten about you. We are running a little bit low too on the dog snacks. Don't tell Charlie. We're gonna have to get some more. Here you go, Charlie. And Mark's mod as well, sending through some British pounds. I think that's the British pounds here, please. And not even with if I scroll here, not even with a question, just sending through some love. Chucker FPV did send through a hot dog though, so thank you very much for that sausage. And guys, when it comes to the sausage chat, I've got to say, and I don't know if it weirded my mum out, but when we rang her last week on the stream and she said, darling, what's with all this sausage discussion? She was a little bit confused, and it's not, I didn't enlighten her at all. So there we go. All right. Back to the chat. Let's find out what is happening. Toxic is saying, was trying out the Rattel Starlight. Okay, how did that go for you? Because I definitely think that's a pretty cool camera. Rattel's been doing some good stuff. A Grumpy FPV saying bots in the house. Other people saying love for bot as well. Dodgy saying one word sausage. Mangled Prop saying lots of love. We got 84 people watching, 49. We do have 49 thumbs up. It was on 48, but I said 49. And we've been streaming for 20 minutes. Evan saying, oof, Mike. Yeah, sorry if I bumped into that. Lucas saying, imagine that. Yeah, imagine if you guys could all come over for a fly, for a rip. Let me know in the chat if you are stranded by yourself in terms of an FPV pilot. If you don't have a crew to fly with, please post up. Let me know what is your experience like. Maybe we should do a bit of a meetup challenge or something for all those people out there who don't have somebody to fly around with. Let's see. Toxic FPV says, I'm trying to figure out why it went from a great image to solid white like ghost image. I was trying the night flight on it. Okay. Can you change it back? Because otherwise that sounds like it might be broken. You shouldn't be getting a solid white image right there. And I don't think you would have opened it up or anything like that. Sean K says, screw it, boys. Let's move to Australia. I'll bring the Giganet internet with me. Yeah, excuse me. That would be, that is one part, the scary part though, about thinking about moving. Trying to find everything that's within price, and also has the internet and somewhere where I can fly, and is north into like the tropical kind of parts. That's when it gets a little bit tricky, especially with Australia internet. Australia internet is kind of garbage, so, you know, just got to keep looking just a little bit. Inverted FPV says, welcome to come fly in my yard, Stu. And Kiz Bartlett says, get some sun on you, and you can transform from Australian to Italian. We could start calling you Stravo. Okay, there we go. Thank you very much, Dogwell. And Lucas is saying, I've never flown with anyone. That would be amazing, bro. Yeah, if you haven't flown with anyone, I highly suggest, and if you do fly with other people, I'm sure they can talk about this as well. There's a couple of videos on my channel, and these are some really big tips about flying with others. But first, it lifts the experience so much. You think these drones are amazing, but the real special part is mucking around with your mates, being just being silly, goofing around, and crashing these things and having some fun, having some laughs. There's nothing but laughs when it comes to flying with others, and also actually chasing people FPV. Like, when you're following one of your mates' drones, it kind of just takes it to that next level. The flight experience is elevated to the next level. But I'll give you some tips. If you are going to your first, here's Stu's top tips. Here, someone else can copy this and make a video about this. Stu's top tips for attending your first race meet. Right, what you don't need is you don't want to be that person who wrecks someone else's quad by plugging your video in. Number one, make sure you've got smart audio set up. Make sure you can control what channel you're on, and make sure you know what power level you are on. You don't want to be that guy that is blasting somebody else out of the sky with your video signal. And also make sure that when you plug in, the other pilots have given you a signal, or they make sure it's the right time to plug in. Because even though you might be saying, hey, I'm on Fat Shark 1, that's the channel that I've been designated to, it doesn't mean that you can plug your drone in all the time or whenever you like, because on that first initial plug-in, on most VTXs, while it's booting, it will be spitting out a broad amount of frequencies across the whole band, and that during that plug-in, you can completely lose other pilot signals. So even though it might be you, hey, I'm on F1, it shouldn't be bothering you. New pilots or people who haven't flown with others don't understand that you plug it in can knock somebody else out of the sky, even if they are on a different channel. So be very, very careful of that. Of course, make sure you've got some rules set up about how you're going to go and get your drone. Don't run out if it's a track. Don't run out into the middle of the track just because you've had a crash. Even if your drone is on fire, you're probably going to have to wait. I know that's at some official races. You've just got to let your craft burn if it's an official race, while other people are flying around and doing their thing. But the big one is probably just, it's all about plugging in and channel management. That is one thing I really do like about DJI. When it's got the goggles on the side of the head and, it's just channel 1 to 8, it just makes it so much easier for a group of people to get together and get flying. But that's my biggest tip, a bit of pilot etiquette right there. It is all about plugging in and also just being safe. So don't fly too close to anybody, because sometimes your signal can knock their quad out. Just generally having some fun. I don't know, did this one, I don't know if my speakers have stopped working just there. Kiz Bartlett says, Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his power level? It's, over 9,000. There we go. Good one, 2002. I love those memes. Test Pilot Tim said, come to New Zealand, bro. Yeah, I thought about it, but the weather doesn't look much better as well. When anyone I talk to in New Zealand, it looks amazing, but it just looks rainy as well. Sean Case says, top tips: if you plug in and someone crashes and starts to swear, quickly unplug and look around for someone who plugged in. Unless, though, if you plug in, though, often your signal will white or just wash over the top of theirs, and it might, if it pops up with your OSD and it says UAV Futures down the bottom, they're going to know who that is. Cracker FPV's just tuned in as well. Toxic, be sure your VTX is at 25 and not blasting out 600 when you're flying with your mates. Yes, absolutely. I found if you have about 4 pilots, a sweet spot can be, if it's legal, apparently this is what I've heard, and I'm doing quotation marks here, and I'm rubbing my nose right here, but in some countries, if you're flying around on 200 milliwatts, and that is within your legal rights and limits and everything is fine, you can get away. I think 200 milliwatts is being the sweet spot. Of course, here in Australia, we just stick to the regulations that we're meant to be doing. Anyway, moving quickly on. And RS7 Driver says, don't forget to yell, who's auto scanning? Yes, that is absolutely correct. When you're saying who's auto scanning, why did we knock that drone out of the sky? Bad Manners FPV says, move to Oklahoma. We have 10% less snakes and spiders. And to be honest, that is a serious concern. So some of the places and properties that I've been looking at, I really don't want anywhere with a dam on there, because the amount of snakes that would be attracted to that. And in the hot weather as well. I don't mind some pythons and those sorts of things, but yeah, just, not my deal. Now, look, this is actually completely unrelated. I'm going to give you a little insight. Speaking of snakes, check this out. So Gunner351 in the chat, he was talking about, he has a pet snake, which freaks me out, right? I'm not really a huge fan of snakes. I don't think spiders are even worse, but I don't want to go near snakes. Check this out. If I get one of these pictures, I can show you. This is his snake, right? Look at the size of this thing. So this is Gunner's snake right here. How can I open the original image so I can show you guys? And this just makes me say nope, nope, nope. Now, this isn't venomous, but check this bad boy out. If I go here, yeah, apparently this is his python, which is over 2 meters long. So this snake is longer than me, and the body of this snake is about this. Check this bad boy out. Screen share. Nope. So he said it just shed its skin. It's feeling good. This right here, this part of its body, yeah, just think like about that thicker than my arm. About 2 of my arm lengths stuck together, 2 meters long. No way would I be wanting to have this, even though it's, you know, it's not, of course it's not a venomous one, but yeah, apparently he was getting a bit angry when Gunnar took the picture. But I don't want that thing around if I moved house. That's why I don't want any water near my house. You know, I don't want any large bodies of water. It's just asking for snakes, and then don't even talk about brown snakes or red belly black snakes. None of those venomous ones. But anyway, I don't know how we got here talking about snakes. Welcome to FPV Mix, the greatest live stream on the internet. We're just hanging out, having some fun. We're probably going to be here for over the next hour, so grab yourself a cup of coffee, kick back. If you've got any drone-related questions, please throw them down below. And just generally, we're talking about life as well, interacting with your chat. Kiz Bartlett says, Stu's getting snake envy. Absolutely, mate. You know, there's only so much you can do with 2 inches. I mean, what are we talking about? Toxic FPV says, Stu, I just have to say thank you, brother, for getting me interested in the hobby to begin with. I've been having an amazing time over the past few days. Amazing stress relief. This is a huge part of why I love FPV as well. It really is like mindfulness. When you go out and you are flying, there is nothing you can do but concentrate. When you're flying for yourself, obviously when you're flying for work, it changes it a little bit. But something I love about flying is you're just free. You are flying around with just, you know, you're focused on flying. You're not thinking about work. You're not thinking about other stresses in your life. When you are flying, it is a really good relaxation technique for your mind. I've got to get this snake off the screen. He's just staring at me. I think Gunnar said his name is Hungry as well. But you and us flying around, FPV truly is special on so many levels. And this is why I love it so much, you know. And we talk about the social aspect, we talk about the problem-solving aspect, how fun it is, getting with your mates, exploring new places, getting outdoors, just very, very, it's like tech-savvy, very, very cool stuff. It's interesting, it's technology. But another part that probably don't mention enough is when you are flying around, it is so calming sometimes, and you're just in the zone. You are free, you're like a bird cruising. You can't do anything but just have fun. And yeah, I 100% agree, Toxic. It is very, very special, and it is my pleasure, my friend. That is why we do this. This is why the channel exists. It is to break down the barriers of getting into FPV. And look, everybody, and I'm sure a lot of people come into my channel, they start enjoying it, and then they move on to some more advanced channels, or they, you know, I'm absolutely, I think, catered more to the beginners of the hobby, the people who aren't so hardcore into racing. You know, I don't expect BMS Thomas or some other Venove or anyone like that to be watching much of my content, because they already know most of the stuff I talk about. What I'm all about, it's just all about the community, having fun, and just getting people excited about this hobby, welcoming them into this amazing sport, and ultimately changing their lives, and changing their lives for better, because drones are so good at just elevating people's moods, experiences, and making them enjoy, you know, really truly enjoy something. Well, I know that's for me personally what it did for me, and I want to share that with others. All right, we've got a lot of people tagging some people in the chat, so I don't know what's going on right there. Lucas is saying, what would you recommend for an FPV sim on a pretty low-end PC? I'm using FreeRider Recharge, and it does pretty well. Do you know of any that aren't very demanding? So FPV Air 2, that is one. Look, it doesn't have the most advanced graphics or anything like that, and the track selection, I believe, is pretty limited. However, what I did like, I felt for gate flying, that one felt really, really good and smooth for flying around. And I think it was made for one person, and it's about $5 as well, Lucas. So yeah, you can definitely go check out FPV Air 2. And that was made by one dude, a local guy up here in Melbourne, actually. Cracker FPV says, the camaraderie you make in this hobby is what makes it best. Besides the flying is fun, ASF. And Sean K is saying, you suck, Captain. Those little guys are mean. I'm not sure what he's talking about right there. And Curry Kitten said, you tried the latest. Oh, that's a dodgy. And Lucas saying, thanks, mate. Absolutely my pleasure. I'm getting cold again. Yeah, so don't know what the weather here is today, but it's going to be absolutely freezing. I think it's not really going to heat up very much. And Toxic says, I'm having issues getting my TX16S to connect to FPV Air 2. Any tips? I think maybe there might be something like with a Windows 10 driver when it goes into the gamepad mode or something. You might need to go into the settings and mess around with that. And also make sure that your Tyrannus, I think, is set up as joystick mode. So when you plug it in, you've got that little option. I don't know if that's... it's a bit hard to diagnose from that, but those would be two things I definitely will be checking out. Via FPV, saying, Stu, mate, give your favourite 15-year-old a g'day! So, nope, not going to do that. Thank you very much, Vi, for tuning in. And Inverted says, hot, cold flushes. Are you pregnant, Stu? No, I'm not pregnant. It just looks like it, mate. So, that's just some nice lockdown growth I've got here. You know, lots of chocolate biscuits and that sort of stuff. A bit of emotional eating. Oh, okay. Ivan is saying, sounds cool. Been wanting to make one about FPV combat because I'm a cheapskate for a Velocidrone. How did you make the controls for your lifelike? I'm not too sure what you're talking about right there. And Lars FPV is saying, uninstall the drivers, then roll back after it automatically installed it again. That might have been how he fixed it for Toxic FPV. And Captain Kirk is saying, at UAV Futures, I was saying that I got bitten by a water moccasin when I was 3 years old, one of the 4 types of venomous snakes in the US stay. And I had one bite me. Ooh, that would be that's just freaking me out just thinking about that. Look, I don't know how venomous that is, but I know that Australian snakes, when they're venomous, are absolutely no joke. So, and especially biting a kid. Glad to hear that you're okay nowadays, man. But that probably, definitely, I'm sure, wasn't a good experience. Would have affected you for a bit. And here's a good one. This one's from Fenwick Ride Ridley Swimming, and he wants to talk about upgrading to Hall effect gimbals. If I just do a quick search here, let's have a look. Tyrannus Hall effect. Let's have a look. So let's just say we're going to be getting some of these gimbals. Let's show this on the screen. Is this going to be worth it? So jumping over here to screen share. UAV Futures, right? It's all about providing you the right information so you can make the right choice. Hall effect gimbals. Let me know in the chat if you use them. Thumbs up if you use Hall effect gimbals. Thumbs down if you just use the standard stock gimbals. And maybe thumbs down if you don't even know what you're using. So let me know with thumbs up, thumbs down. But this was all the rage when it came in, right? So most of the time, most of the standard gimbals, I forget what the name of it is now, but they can wear out. Now, in all my flying, I am going to say it depends. If it's only $10 extra to get Hall effect, you might as well. And but if you are absolutely like on the bare bones budget, you can't spend $10 more, and that money would be better suited going somewhere else. Maybe that $10 is a set of antennas that you're going to get. This here, I was flying around, and people were flying around for ages and ages without their with just their base standard gimbals. So this right here. Is it worth going to? Does it offer a better experience? Yeah, I think it does. Is it worth it? Will beginners notice it? No. Will I notice it? Even that I feel debatable. Like, the only difference is it's going to last a lot. And probably when it comes to... I've never used a radio so much that I've broken my gimbals. My original Tyrannus X9D, whatever, it didn't have Hall effect gimbals. I never felt like the gimbals were dying on that. Sometimes they felt like a little bit grainy because they had some sand or some dust or something in there. But look, is it worth it upgrading? That's really up to you. Would I upgrade it for 30 Australian dollars, 36 Australian dollars? So I don't know, 27 US dollars or something. Someone do some maths for me there on a little bit of converting. So is it worth it for 27 US bucks? For one? No. Not at this price. Absolutely not. I wouldn't be doing that. I just say stick to it. However, if you can get it straight off the bat, and it costs like $10, like $10 a gimbal, then yeah, that might be an okay choice. So I know with the Radio Master T16S, one of those, if I scroll down here, so one of these radios already comes with some Hall effect gimbals in one of the versions of this. So this might be a little bit cheaper. I think it's like $110 or, might be $10 or $20 more. Do I have the pricing in some of these ones? So, yeah, around, here we go. Hall sensor gimbal versions is about $130 and the the standard version is $99. That's of the Radio Master. So, That's up to you. That's about $15 a gimbal. I don't know. For me, it's much for muchness. It just depends how much you're going to be using it. But don't feel like you're missing out if you're not flying around with Hall effect gimbals. All right, we got 64 thumbs up, 0 thumbs down. Come on, internet. What's going on, mate? Who knew the internet was so full of love? Captain Kirk is saying... Oh, no, we just read that. That was the moccasin. That was the snake one. Scrolling down. Test Pilot Tim says, Stu, did you see what I bought? No. Oh, yes, I did, actually. I did. He bought so big shout out to Test Pilot Tim. He has just gone digital. I think he dropped about $1,500 or so, or $1,000 on some DJI stuff. So, you know, a lot of people would be saying, welcome to the dark side, but I'm sure you're going to be enjoying some nice, juicy HD footage. Ridley Swimming says, I have the QX7 and I love it. Dodgy reckons he did notice it when he put on some Hall effect gimbals, though. So there we go. So Dodgy's saying he thought it was a big difference. Let us know, Dodge, what you thought about it. How old were your old gimbals? And scrolling down, Aaron Ashley is saying, yeah, it was $26. All right, so I was pretty close on that estimation right there. And Talus Croker says, I've got 800 milliamp hours, but can I go like 300 mAh? I'm not too sure what you mean. I need more context there. And Mr. Swimming is saying, I'm still getting fuzziness on the screen on power acceleration. What do you mean there? I need more information right there. Bad Manners saying, I got the DJI 9X yesterday. Wow, highly recommend FPV. It's the most fun you can have with your pants on. Absolutely. Like we've been saying, thank you very much for the donation, I should say. First and foremost, and also we'll give Charlie, man, there's not many snacks left. Don't tell the dog here. Thank you very much, Bad Manners. There you go, Charles. But yeah, this is why we do this, because you know, this is what really actually frustrates me about the regulations. Like the amount of positivity with this hobby. Don't even get me started on what they want to do with FPV and the laws and that sort of stuff. Like we are just people flying around in the park. We are not hassling anyone. I just want to have fun with my friends. I don't want to fly near people. I don't want to fly near cars or roads or do any of that stupid stuff. If they just said, hey, use some common sense, don't be a silly Billy, and you can just fly and have fun with your friends, like that would be the dream for me. But yeah, this hobby is, if you are thinking about this, if this is the first stream you have ever watched, I'm going to say FPV, I promise you, I can almost guarantee, if you are flying around FPV, you give it a little bit, you put a little bit of effort into it, it is going to change your life. It is going to change how you look at the world. It is an amazing, special hobby that I feel blessed to be part of. So, and the family that comes along with that too. Like, you are always welcome here. Anybody in this stream, I can almost guarantee, will just be welcome you with open arms. The amount of love that there is in this stream, in this community, in FPV in general, but especially in the UAV Futures, like, little family that we have here. Any one of these people would be more than welcome just to open their arms and say, hey, come in for a fly, and just, you know, just cruise around. There is nothing but love here, and I just feel very blessed to be part of that. And I'm sure that some other people feel that way as well. You know, big shout out to all the regulars that pop in here week in, week out. I just want to say thank you. Dodgy's saying jump in on acro from day one. That's right. Absolutely. Practice on a sim. If you're jumping into this hobby, make sure you've got a sim. Drew Graham is saying, what's the best 3-inch bind and fly out there right now? Look, this one, I am going to say something that I think is an oldie but a goodie. So you're saying, you know, it's not so much new, but this one has withstood the test of time, that you're going to enjoy quite a lot. I still recommend, even though it's a couple of years old now, this is the XJB 145, the HGLRC XJB 145. What a mouthful. Thank you very much, Kiz Bartlett. But yeah, just this drone right here, it was probably the biggest sleeper hit. I felt like this is one that Bardwell missed out on reviewing. I know he did a 3-inch roundup many years ago, and this one right here is one of the best ones that ever came out. And they've just done an upgraded version, you know, a couple of months ago, maybe about 6 months ago or so. Yeah, but this right here, I really like that. That's a solid recommendation. It's got plenty of power. It's got good flight times. It's got good range. Crash Test Cal, that's all he flies. He bought 2 of these, and this is all he flies around. He absolutely loves the XJB, and that was enough for him to say he's done with 5 inches. He never went back to 5 inches, and he only ever flew around on those XJBs. And then, Ryan Harler's talking about the laws in the US, and he said, and then paramotors are fine in the US, like WTF. Vi is saying, yeah, learn acro, SST, FPV. I just lost his message. Drunken Bullet is saying, sausage love you is strong. Okay. And Lawrence is saying, where can I find the regulations? I just started and I don't want to get into trouble. Now, this is one part where I'm sure people can understand, maybe read between the lines. I don't comment too much on regulations. My only advice is you could write to your local council, write to your local clubs, write to your local, anywhere that some local people are flying around, ask them about the bylaws or laws or whatever it's going to be in your specific area. I just, as a rule, I don't comment on that stuff too much about specifics, about individual places, individual countries, all that sort of stuff. All right. Luke is saying, well, yes, but not until after this pandemic. Take a flight FPV. I just watched a video of a guy fly across town to visit his kid at soccer practice, and it is really silly that the gear is that good now. Yeah, I don't know if that's... I don't think I would recommend that. If he's... going over people's houses and that sort of stuff. I don't think that's what I would be recommending. Please don't do that, because that's the sort of stuff that I feel like is not appropriate for this hobby. Just leave us alone. Let us go fly. Just don't fly near people. Let's see. Ashley is saying, despite all this hippie love, SHIT, I still like it here. Well, Ashley, sorry, mate. Nothing but love here. If you don't want to be all smothered in it, well... you've come to the wrong place, because there's nothing but love, kindness, and support here on this amazing, I guess, UAV Futures family, the live stream family that you guys are part of. And I want to say too, you might be saying you don't appreciate that sort of stuff, but I 100% do. For me, been struggling with my mental health a lot. These streams have made a big difference to my life, to my moods, and I just want to say thanks to everybody out there who is involved in this love hippie stuff, as you would put it. So thank you very much. And if anybody else is struggling with their mental health, there are some show notes down below as well. I think there's a link maybe to the Beyond Blue website or anything like that. Definitely go check that out. There's some fantastic resources there. All right, let's have a look. Some other people saying my first build was the $99 build. And a random family man says, on the way to the pool with the kids. All right, what day is it, mate? Aren't they meant to be back in school? And this one is from Tex Queensland. Just got back from a flying trip at the Dalby flying drones in the morning and paragliding in between. A pic on Discord with one of your local critters we have to live with. I'm not too sure what that means, but if you are going flying, on your paramotor and also flying around with your drones, that's definitely going to be a good day, especially if you're meeting up with some people as well. Toxic says you can call the local PD to find some info as well. Yep, that's some good advice. See what they what they think. I don't know if they'd always be up to date though with the local regulations, but if you can ring them and get an officer's name, and then it's always good if you get in trouble to quote that back and say, hey, this officer blah 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 said that, so that should be fine. Random family man saying school holidays, and SST FPV says, I never fly near people. My parks are always deserted. Yeah, here is some flying tips if you are new to the hobby. So when you want to go out and you want to do the hobby right, here would be my advice. Don't fly near people. Don't fly near their property. Don't fly near roads. Don't fly near cars or anything like that. Look, you might say, and I can hear people say, hey, but I can do that safely. It's going to be fine. Don't worry about it. Well, why can't I fly near there? Just because other people are going to get upset and complain, right? So you just want to try to minimize the amount of complaints that you get. If you keep that up, the regulations will come through where even if you weren't bothering, you might think you weren't endangering that, but that doesn't mean that Karen's not going to get her knickers in a knot about it. She'll complain. She'll vote. Things will happen. There's more Karens than there are drone pilots out there. And then you know what? Then they are going to push these regulations harder, and you are going to be stuck, just flying around at a local AMA airfield with no trees around and, just you've got to pay some ridiculous registration fees and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, if you can, try to fly away from people. We got Chaos FPV. He's saying, hey, Stu. Man, we got a lot of legends actually in here. So thank you very much, every single one of these people. Chaos, the latest legend, to join the wall. Thank you very much. Yeah, people saying, and have a spotter. Damn, Karen. Test Pilot Tim says, Stu, I got a very big drone. It's a DJI just MG1S. Yeah, I imagine that's, I don't know what that is, but it sounds big. Ashley is saying, great t-shirt. Okay, thank you. There are more Karens than drone pilots. All right. I don't know what's going on with my t-shirt. It's just a black t-shirt, but I'm glad that... oh, you're saying that would make a good t-shirt? Do I need to worry about anything if I fly my drone under 250 grams? Yeah, in some places, yeah, it doesn't matter. It's not going to be allowed. So it's not about the weight limit anymore. It's more just about the actual drone. So I know for Bruce over in NZ, he's having an awful lot of problems with his regulation authority because his drone is over... Not his drone is just a drone. It's not so much about the weight limit. So that sort of stuff. All right. All right. Minda says, damn, you keep missing my message. I'm a noob here, wanting to practice on the sim, but want a good radio that will last. Any recommendations? All right, guys and girls, what radio, please type this in the chat, do you recommend as a first-time pilot coming into the hobby? You don't want to break the bank. What would you, actually, I'm just going to say, what would you pick as your first-time radio coming into the hobby? What would you recommend that you don't want to have to upgrade down the track? You're just happy with it. Something that's going to last you. I can already see a lot of people typing because if I scroll here, I wonder, let's have a look here. We're getting a lot of people with the same answers. And the reason is, okay, let's have a look here at some of the chat. This is how it goes. We've got T16S, TX16, T16, QX7, TX16, QX7, QX7, TX16, TX16, Radio Master. Someone's saying Fly Sky lol, but he's obviously just... I don't know why Fenwick is spamming his same thing 7 times in a row. That's okay, man. You don't need to type it 7 times. We got it the first time. It wasn't a competition. It was just to get some data that you guys recommend. But here is my professional recommendation. This right here, the Radio Master T16S. This bad boy, it is cheap. Yeah, I'll post a link for you so you can, if you want to click on this, it should be in the chat. It is cheap for what you get. The amount of radio that you get per the performance, it offers insane value. You can put Crossfire in the back if you ever want to upgrade down to the Crossfire track later down the path. It's just an awesome, cheap radio that goes well. It's been proven to be successful in a lot of people's hands. The reason why I say don't go the QX7 is I don't recommend Free Sky at all for people jumping into the hobby. If you are flying around on Free Sky, it's okay if you've already got some of their stuff and you've got some of their receivers, but Free Sky are very anti-consumer. They don't like to support what they want to lock. They think of them like Apple, right? They want to lock you in. They want to make you spend more money on their receivers, on their products. They lock people out of their ecosystem. If, like, say you bought a QX7 and they didn't want people to move over to use Crossfire, they deliberately went out of their way to make it so it was difficult. You had to do a hardware mod to be able to use Crossfire on their systems. They're just greedy jerks. I'm just going to call it like it is. So yeah, that's why I don't recommend Free Sky anymore. Plus, this radio does everything that Free Sky does, only it is cheaper and it's more open, I guess. It's open. It's made for us pilots. It's not made to make Free Sky rich. So there you go. Go check that. Go check that out. That would be my recommendation. Now, the only other recommendation I would have is if you want to spend a little bit more money and you are sure that you prefer this style of radio and you're going to be in it for the long haul, and you want to get Crossfire off the bat, maybe have a look at this radio. So this is the Tango 2, which is also here it is. This one here. What radio should I buy in 2020? Here's a nice little article that you guys could read. What radio? So it could be the Tango 2 as well. So we flew around with. I still fly around with this radio to the day. I still fly around with this radio even today. Yeah, just a very, very good radio. All right, and this one I probably need to update this actually because this was written quite a while ago, and this would be my recommendation. This one right here. All right. And even this is another part. Look, if you fly around on Free Sky, you won't be able to do D8 or that sort of stuff off the bat. They lock people out of their D8 receivers. Just bad guy, Free Sky. They're probably going to get some angry emails from them or something a little bit later. All right. SS FPV says, I know, right? Free Sky effed up the FWs. You say firmware there. Johnny DRC saying, dang, daylight savings. And Random Family Man says he loves his Radio Master, even bought one for my son. And so he's getting the whole family into FPV. Random FPV Family Man. Right there. And Roscoe Stick says, also pressing auto scan with this sausage is a must. Yeah, absolutely. And Toxic FPV is absolutely on the same wave level that I am. He says, Tango 2 or the Radio Master, the best options for something to carry with you through the hobby. If you get either of those two, and I forget who were answering this because we went on such a large tangent about radios, but whatever one of those two radios you get, Radio Master or the Tango 2, you are not going to need to upgrade, and they'll last you for a long time. And the beauty is, even now, if you want to go something multi-protocol and you've got the Tango 2, you can, there's even a multi-protocol module, I believe, that is coming out, or has already come out, that will go in the back of the Tango 2. All right. Brian Watts says the TX16 will dominate with touchscreen. Yeah, I don't know if touchscreen's really going to make a difference for me. Once my radio is set up, I very rarely mess around with the buttons and that sort of stuff. It's just like my arm switch and then it's go time. And Apple says, what receiver for the Radio Master? Here's a beautiful one that I didn't even mention. It works with any receiver that you like. So any of the 2.4 gigahertz, it is a multi-protocol receiver. So you could use XM Pluses, you could use XSRs, you could use, God forbid, a FlySky receiver, a Spectrum receiver. That's the beauty as well. So it's a multi-protocol receiver. It binds up to a lot. It'll bind up to a lot of the toys that people have out there, so they can fly around with that. Toxic saying, if you check out my video, it for sure has copyright claims on it. Okay, we can definitely check out some videos. Just had a mosquito land here. Go away, mosquito. SST says the fastest drone is the one you build yourself. I don't know about that, man. And taking a look now, you pronounce it mounts. My name is Mehdi. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. You answered my question perfectly. Thanks from the UK. My pleasure, Double M. Sub 250 gram frame suggestion. Been looking at the Gep RC Phantom, the Armaton Gecko, and the Armaton Tadpole. Let's have a look at the Gep RC Phantom. This one is from Jeremiah Blackwell. It's cool to get some drone questions in here as well. Actually, that is why we're here, sharing the love of FPV. Now, let's have a look. Is Gep RC, is their site still hacked where it takes you to some strange Japanese tire or car thing? Alright, let's have a look here. So you're looking at toothpick style drones. If it came down to toothpicks, what one do you guys recommend? I did truly like the Tadpole. Let's see, screen share is this one. Alrighty. Got a couple of videos on it. A couple of stats here. I don't think I've flown this one, but it looks okay. Yeah, it doesn't look bad. If I scroll through, hang on. Let's have a look here. Hang on, there's two things going on at once. Other parts are flashing on my computer. And Test Pilot Tim is sent through a donation who says, I'm at work. Lucky I work in the forestry and I can hide away to watch this. Mate, you could also go and rip some packs, I imagine, and take your drone out and fly around. Do you get away with that? Are you allowed to fly around through the woods or wherever you kind of work? That would be somewhere cool. So this one, look, it doesn't look bad, but I haven't checked it out. The only part I don't like is probably that little antenna. However, if you're talking about just the frames, let's go to this one. I really did like this craft right here. this little frame. Plus it comes with a warranty, but you're probably never going to break it anyway. The little Armiton Tadpole, it's just an awesome little drone. Armiton makes amazing drones as well. It's got some good camera protection right there. Yeah, just a fun little ripper. So I would say definitely if you are after a frame suggestion, that one should be helping you out. I can't remember who we started addressing that with, but yeah, go check the Tadpole out. Some other people got some suggestions as well. Sean K says, Gep RC Mark HD with Zing Cyber motors on 6S. Okay, that's going to be over the gram weight limit. And Grumpy FPV saying the Beta 5 FPV Twig. We can search that one up as well. This one actually does look pretty cool. So this, how heavy is this? This is a 5-inch. Okay. I guess it really depends. 1506 motors. If you want to go toothpicks, or if you're just worried about the, here we go. Now this is in Australian dollars, so that's probably, I don't know, 275 US dollars maybe. It's probably a fair bit more pricey, but this thing looks like a ripper. Is it? What's its weight? Let's have a look here. All right. The drone only weighs 169 grams. So, okay, so we've got some, once you put your battery on there, you probably would be able to get this thing under the 250 gram limit. Bear in mind though, these sorts of craft, these ultra lights or these really high power to weight ratios, for me, it feels a little bit off. I don't know. So definitely a cool drone. I don't know, do I have some of these? I just haven't been, I haven't been out flying for a long time. I don't know if I've got any of these for review, but that could be interesting. Are there any videos of it or anything like that? All right, I guess we'll just have to see how that one goes. All right. Drew is saying he only wants 3 inches, and that one was way too expensive. Oh, well, there you go. And Chucker FPV says the Tango 2 now has a multi-module bay. Yeah, so that's another option. If you want, they were talking back to radios. If you went the Tango 2 route, and you want to know, hey, what radio should I get? And I'm worried about multi-protocol, Tango 2. Big shout out to TBS. Well, they can do that. So now you can use your Tango 2 to also fly around with your little Mobula 6 whoops or your Tiny Hawks and that sort of stuff that are traditionally on the D8 protocols. JFBV, he's at the airport saying, smash that like button, everyone. It's easy, and I did it. We got 99 people watching, 77 thumbs up, and I just want to say thank you, guys. And this is where I feel safe to say this, that, we don't have any thumbs down. Like, that is kind of crazy on the internet. And you think, gee, surely there's some trolls out there. Someone's going to be like, oh, I'm going to do that. I'm going to hit the thumbs down button. But honestly, nothing but love for the amazing people in here. That it's crazy. Like, you can see we've got 1 now, so some kids say and do that, and often it will change back to 0 as well. So look, I just want to say thank you very much for the support, for pressing that thumbs up button. It really does make a difference. You might think, hey, what's a thumbs up button going to do? But it really does. It helps keep this channel alive because YouTube says, hey, people are watching this, they're engaging with it, they're enjoying this content, so it helps more than you realize as well. All right. Oh, look at that. It did change back. We're at 89 thumbs up. Let's see if we can get over 100. That'll be the goal I'll set for myself today. Johnny DRC said, fine, there you go. So it was Junie Loco. Stu, can you run for us packs on a 6S rig? Great question. Absolutely you can. So I believe this is what we did with, and we might be able to even check out some of their names. It was the Diatone. A Diatone. It wasn't a Titan. Was it a Titan? No. Beast. If I have a look at UAV Futures. What was it called? Scrolling. Alright, there was a Diatone drone. I've flown lots of Diatone drones. Diatone's been in the hobby for a long time. But the thing is, it came out as a 6S version, right? So there's a 6S version, and we flew it around on 4S because I ran out of batteries. We only had 2 6S, and I think maybe Cal got to test it on a 4S or something. And yeah, you absolutely can fly around. It's just going to have less power, so it's not going to cause any damage, nothing like that. Just not going to have as much top end punch. And the motors, because they're going to be set at a lower kV, so they're probably going to be like 16, 17, 18,000 kV. It's just going to feel like you're flying around on about 60% throttle, even when you're pushing it to max throttle. So yeah, don't feel bad. You'll probably get some pretty decent flight times though. So all right. Let's see. Harry is saying, can you watch a short little vid in build help in Discord? I have never seen this. Possibly. And Will's saying, hey, who disliked you, Stu? Hey, we're almost at 100 thumbs up and 0 thumbs down. That's pretty crazy. Other people saying, come on, guys, let's do it. We can get there. Will is saying, you just got the 6th fastest time on the map in DRL, baby. Woo, congratulations there, Will. Some very stiff competition. There you go, kids. You can clip that, my friend. Definitely. Some of those sim pilots are ridiculous. And JFPV is saying, trollolololololol, where are you? So, I wonder, he's probably watching. And Toxic says he's picking up a dead, beat baby daddy slack and supporting the family. Kiz reckons it was Toxic with some capitals right there. Lord FPV saying, hey, I'm here too. 2 more. And we'll send Sunday session. Now I'm the 6th fastest. Okay, so those are changing pretty much. We got 102 thumbs up, but we got 1 thumbs down. So, there we go. That one person spoilt it for us. Oh, no. What are we going to do? Captain Kirk, very stiff. Stu says... All right, let's have a look. Maybe we've got some of your videos we can check out through the week. If I open up Discord right here, and it was in, I think, did he say build help? Build new pilots. Where we were looking for this? 3D printing, share your vids, memes, random, build pics, 6 general, build help. All right, let's have a look here. Harry's posted a video today. Let's see. Hopefully there's no music. It goes for 12 seconds. Let's see. I'm going to open this to full screen. Let me just check that this is all appropriate here. It looks pretty good. All right, so help me diagnose this problem, guys. This is what I reckon this is. Go into screen share. Yep, that's pretty easy to diagnose. I would say it's a loose connection in here. So whether somewhere in here the drone looks like, I think it's losing, it's just breaking that loop. So the wires aren't connected. It could be a problem with could be in the XT60 because when you're moving it, then it's making that connection. It's powering up and going through its full part. So it could be a loose connection where it's soldered to the board. I would probably guess that it's somewhere around the XT60. It could also be in one of these little parts where it's coming up at a right angle right here. Johnny DRC is saying XT60 connectors as well. And what you can often do is if you open up the XT60 connectors, you might need to put a little screwdriver inside the actual part and splay it open just a little bit. You can see right here. Look, so, okay, didn't work. He's going to touch it a bit more. There we go. He's moving it to the side. Keeps dropping out. Hold it to the right. Push it to the right. There we go. And look, it works. Yeah, that's what that is. That's just a bad connection that you've got right there. So that would be my recommendation, how to fix that. Luckily, that's a pretty easy one to solve. I don't know if it happened in a crash or anything like that, but yeah, it's just the XT60 connector. If you are really worried, take the drone apart, resolder on a brand new XT60 with 2 brand new wires, and then you're going to be having a good time. And also try it with a different battery as well, just to double check that the connection isn't on the battery side. So, you might have to replace the battery if that wasn't the case. That'd be my first go-to part. Harry is saying, Harry, that is not my vid. The name is Harry. Well, where is your vid, brother? I need to, let me know here. What are we doing? Harry, there's no tags or anything. Right there, Johnny DRC is saying spread the pins, And Jeremiah is saying, it looks like the battery end right before the XT60 took a hard hit, probably bent and broke a bit. Other people, yeah, that's an easy one to fix. Do that. All right, Harry, we're waiting for you, my friend. If you could post that in the chat. What we might be doing, we might be checking out some other videos later in Share Your Vids here. We can check out some of those. Of course, Malice Vex has posted his in there. There's quite a few in here. We can check them out in just a little bit. So we got some from MB Edits as well. It's his first ever FPV video. We're just waiting for Harry to see if we can check that out in build help. And Tyrant is typing us a little bit of an upgrade. So that one, here we go. We can find out exactly what was wrong. We've been streaming for 66 minutes. We've got 92 people watching. We're going to find out what Tyrant says was wrong with his build. If you've got any problems with your build as well, please let them know. You can put them in build help. We could maybe, okay, that could be an idea. We could go through and solve some of your problems. If you can make some little videos of it, we could watch it together, solve some of your problems right there. But yeah, that's what my issue isn't with the Mamba F7 connector. It looks like it has to do with the XT60 connector. Yeah, that's right. All right. Let's see. Jumping back in here. Roscoe Stick says, quads make the best lawn mowers. The name is Harry is saying from Magic, the one above. Okay, what do we got here? This is... Alright, here we go. So let's open this to full screen. And if we go here, let's help Harry figure out what's going on with his drone. So he's showing us some flashing lights. Not really showing us too much. All right. And then if you can decipher that in a couple of seconds, man, you kind of need a bit more information than that. From what I think is happening, normally I would say, hey, check your mapping. Because if you look here, so the mapping on the top right is probably a little bit out. It's hard to tell though. However, it looks like it's jumping between different channel mappings. I don't know why that would be the case. Yeah, so that the mapping is usually up in the top right. If you try changing your mapping there, Harry, and if it's not that, I would say rebind, update to the latest firmwares, because it looks that definitely doesn't look like something that is a typical problem. All right, jumping back in here, face cam. All right, Gunner saying, random family man, I have plenty of sausage for you here. That's my YouTube. Other people having some laughs. Go to Coles, mate. Ashley is saying Barbie has some sausage. Yep, that's it. Throw some other sausages on the barbecue. And Brian Watts says, I had some XM receivers do the same thing. Brian, how did you fix that? What problems did you have with them? Were they doing the exact same sort of switching between mapping? Or if you could give us a little bit more information, because Harry is providing very limited information to try to solve some of these parts, unless I just can't read it. But all right, let's have a look here. We got 105 likes, 0 dislikes. Random family man says, I'll go to Gunners after the pork belly. There you go. So yeah, you can enjoy that there. And Pixel Pusher FPV says, any difference if you just reverse the wires instead of a Beal Heli reverse? No, this is another recommendation actually. Let me change Harry's video off the screen. Get this on here. For those new pilots out there, if you don't want to mess around with Beal Heli, and I can 100% understand that. Some people who build their drones, they don't like the computer part. It's not the soldering part, nothing like that. They just do not like doing their driver updates or anything like that. Betaflight is enough. That is enough computers. Like if I had to teach my dad about this, I can guarantee that the Betaflight plugging it into your computer is going to be the most stressful part, computers and him, they just do not go together. And what you can do as well, if you don't want to use the Beal Heli suite on your computer to change the direction of your ESC, all you have to do to change a motor direction is switch 2 of the motor wires around. So, a lot of people nowadays, they just solder them up, then plug it into the computer, worry about motor direction. But if you want to do it the opposite way, you 100% you can do that. All you got to do, just switch 2 motors over. It will reverse the direction that your motor is spinning. So there you go. Random Family Man says, Stu is very wary of reading my comments. Yeah, I might be. Lars FPV says, maybe trying to flash the firmware again. Just an idea. I'm no expert. We're probably still talking about receivers right there. And Mad Max FPV said, I had a similar problem with my PPM and FlySky and Betaflight. I just needed to use a channel mixer on my radio. So there you go, Harry. There's some advice and some things to think about. And Bleak says, woohoo, I'm here. And I actually have enough interweb speed. So welcome to the FPV Mix. We've been streaming for about 70 minutes. We've got 93 people watching, hanging out, having some fun. Let me know, what are you guys up to? And I want to say to everybody who is watching this, I hope you're having a good time. This is what we do this for. It is just to relax, hang out, grab yourself a cup of coffee, grab yourself a beer, whether it be the morning and you've got a big day ahead of you, whether it be the evening and you're chilling out and you're winding down, having some dinner, maybe doing a bit of work in the garage, maybe working on some little signs and you're going to be posting them out and you just listen to this in the background, or maybe it's 2 a.m. in England and you can't sleep, or whatever it is. I want you to feel like you deserve to have a good day, and just thank you for being here. I'm appreciative of you being here, and we're just here hanging out, having some fun. You are always welcome. It's a safe space, and yeah, just you're awesome. I just want you to understand that I'm extremely appreciative of you being here, and I want you to know that you are awesome human beings. So thank you for tuning in. Speaking of awesome people, Sean K, he just sent through some love, and he says, I just ordered all the stuff on my first DJI build, so now everyone can watch my crashes in HD. Your video with Tony and Trev convinced me to get the goggles. Thanks for what you do. Now, speaking of that video, that was a very stressful video for me when they were flying, when Tony got to fly it first, and I hadn't really watched too many digital videos, right? I was like, okay, I don't want to, and look, people are going to think I'm talking up digital right here, but it kind of is pretty special in terms, I'm not saying I like the company, but I do like the offerings that it shows your eyeballs, but flying around, Tony put it on, he flew around, he was like freaking out saying this is absolutely amazing. And then Trevor got to go, he was flying around just swearing his head off, had to cut his reaction down quite a bit with the amount of curse words that he was saying. And I was like, man, don't you dare crash that, because I want to go. And it really is special. If you are thinking about going digital and you are really into FPV, and I'm sure some other people can say this on the comments as well, and this is where I'm a bit on the fence, where I don't know what it means for the future of this hobby. It is a great product. It works well. Guys, come on. I'm getting a lot of donations all coming through at once. I'm going to get sidetracked. I'm going to finish this sentence, and then I'm going to look at those donations. Digital is just, it really does look nice, and what I wish, I really hope that Fat Shark can bring something to the table, and then I hope that maybe Onway can build upon that. And if it was open source, what I would love, imagine an open source crowd-funded thing that could come to the table that was digital. That would be nice. I don't know. All right, but yeah, it's definitely you're going to be enjoying it there, Sean. Absolutely, I promise that you are in for a treat. Sean Williams is just joined the house. He's saying, sup, bro, man. We've got 2 Seans in a row, so with his donation as well. Thank you very much, Sean W. and Sean K. Very much appreciated. Thanks for using that donation link as well, Sean. It means YouTube takes a less of a cut. And Chucker FPV says, no sausages were hurt in my vid, and they share your vids on Discord. All right, if I go to this one, share your vids here. All right, is this Chugs McGrubs? Is that your one there, Chucker, or are we looking at someone else? And Captain Kirk just sent through a $20 donation. It says it's donation time again. Whoop whoop. Thank you very much, Captain Kirk, and also cheers for using that link, man. Like I said, that means YouTube takes a less of a cut. Well, they don't get any of a cut. When you use the Streamlabs link, that means you're supporting the channel more by terms of YouTube takes like a 40%, 30 to 40% cut. I think Streamlab takes like a 2 to 3% cut. So the difference can be quite substantial. So thank you very much there, Captain Kirk, for sharing that love. We still need to get you out flying, my friend. That is my mission. Like I want everybody to get flying, but I know you've been a supporter of this channel for a long time. I've spoken to you for a long time, and we've got to get you flying. If you might be able to see it actually. Check this out behind this microphone. See this little sign right here? It's a bit out of focus right now. That's from Captain Kirk. That little UAV Futures sign you see at the start of all my videos. He's absolute madman when it comes to making those. So thank you very much, Captain Kirk. If you put an order in with him, though, I hear he is pretty busy. So you might be waiting a little while. All right. Is this what we're checking out, Chucker FPV? And share your vids? I hope this is your one. Let's see. Let's see. Do we have music as well? Let's find out. Oh, I like the camera. I'm just going to jump in here. I'm just checking for the music. Yep. All right. I get to choose the music. I'm choosing the music right here. And Sean K says, I didn't even know about this donation page. Yeah, I know. I probably don't mention it too much. Okay, here's something. If you would like to send through a donation to support the channel, look, I'm not going to tell people what to do, but the YouTube takes more of a cut, about 30-40%. There is a Streamlabs link in here as well if you would like to send through a donation where they take like 2 to 3%. Now, Fitz Flights, we're just about to check out Chucker's, if this is Chucker's page here. I'm just waiting to see if I can see him. Yeah, it's mine in Chivits. Okay, we're going to be checking that out. And Fitz Flight says, yay! At last, you limey auto scanners, man the gimbals and grab your goggles. We be flying soon. Okay. We're talking about some pirate action right there. Let's watch Chucker's video. However, I need to choose some music for you, Chucker. That's the way this works. I go to my copyright free music. You're going to get Through the Hourglass. Should we do a test with this one? What's this sound like? Oh, I don't know if this is going to fit, but we're gonna try. Oh no, that sounds terrible. Oh, I just know that Kiz is going to clip that. Okay, let's go. Screen share. We're watching Chucker's video, but I've chosen the music. Let's see if it's going to match up. He's probably like, man, what is this music? Here we go. It looks like a big quad, or maybe it's just the camera. I don't know. Was it just me, or was that perfectly in time? That takeoff with that bit of the music. That's pretty cool. That's a cool shot. Some cool barrel rolls. Alright. We've got the duct tape on the arms. That's flying around a 5-inch. Those orange props look pretty crazy. Man, I'm not even watching your DVR on the right because I'm so interested in this crazy view. Alright, I like it, I like it. Oh, that part's freaking me out. Now, Chucker, I would scold you a little bit and be like, come on, don't fly too much near the infrastructure right there. Do we get any through the forest action with this? And what camera is this? What are you using to put on top here? Because it looks awesome. Let's see what people are saying in the chat as well. Insta360 Go for the win. It looks like that when you fly with your it looks like when you get a fly on your camera lens. 360R. Insta360. Yeah, which one? Not the Go. Okay. Alright. The other part that I probably don't like about this video is the rainy. It looks like it was a cold day. Imagine if this was a clear blue sunny day. It'll just elevate that mood, that feeling that you get when cruising around with this. Very cool. Thank you very much for sending that through. I'm going to jump to see if the end is, see what happens when we're coming in for a landing. Come on, internet, don't fail me now. Is this your property? Have you gone out to get some firewood and you've done a little rip? Is that what this little, I don't know what you call these things are. little like scouty vehicle type of thing. All right, very cool stuff. I'm gonna click that here. Click this. Thank you very much, Chucker. So was that you, Chucker? Was that your video? Let me just check. I hope we played the correct one. Right there. Fitz Flight says, damn, hard rotations. It's getting blurry, but it still looks amazing. MB Edit says, I've got some driving through trees that I haven't done a video with yet. Wait, so MB Edit's the same as Chucker FPV. All right. Ben is saying, nice. Most people don't use copyright-free music. No, that was my music choice, Ben. I just chose that. That's why. So I just press pause on all the music, and it's just an easier way for me to do it. Let's move this off the screen. All right. Fitzflight says, excellent effect. Nope. Earlier in the week. And Sean K wants to know, was it the Insta 360 Go or was it the GoPro 7 people? No, I think it was using the 360 R from memory, if that's what people said in the chat. We've been streaming for 81 minutes. We've got 95 people watching. Man, we've got 111 thumbs up. What is going on? This has got to be like some record for the amount of love on the internet. Well, the amount of appropriate love on the internet. Don't go searching for the most amount of love on the internet. That could lead you to some very eye-opening places. But staying here, talking about FPV, Pixel Pusher FPV saying, where do we post a vid? You can post it in Share Your Vids here. It's part of the Discord. The link is in the description down below. So if I jump over here, you can see this is Discord. Welcome. We've got the oldest man in FPV, Russ, having a chat here with Legion and Gunner. But you scroll down, there's a section called Share Your Vids here. Discord, if you haven't used it before, definitely go check it out. We've got a Patreon channel, Beta Flight Help. Let's see, build help. You know, if you're struggling with your build and you want some people to help you, look, we had some people talking in there today, just half an hour ago or something, you know, trying to solve some of their problems, all that sort of stuff. Go through, check it out. A great place to be. We could have general chat as well. Scrolling in here. Oh, someone posted the live stream for me. Thanks very much, Random Family Man. It is very much appreciated. We've got Fitz talking as well. Just generally a nice place, but there's a section in there called Share Your Vids. Chucker FPV says, that's not mine. Oh, where's yours, Chucker? What? Okay. Did I just play the wrong video? Don't tell me I did play the wrong video for Chucker. Please tag me, Chucker. Tag me again. Let's confirm this, because I would like to. Where are we looking at? Oh, someone's got. Look at this one. Someone has just linked this. Thought this must have been from earlier in the show. Check out the this in screen share. So you know, this is a red belly black snake, and they're saying, hey, we share this toilet with the red belly in Queensland. He hides in the top of the S bend and comes out to eat the frogs. Nope, no way. It's a nice looking snake. That doesn't sound good, but oh man, that's, you know, that's venomous as well. I don't need that in my family. I'm a bit worried about that. Moving up to Queensland as well. A lot of people saying no. Hang on, I've got to find Chucker's video. Chucker, please post it in there again. Post it in Share My Vids if you can, my friend. Here we go. Chucker's video, the Chucker FPV project. Thank you very much, Kiz. I'm going to press play on this. Let's make this full screen. Let's see. We've got a 40-second video. We've got some DVR right here. Let's check this out. And if I click on this and choose some music, we're going to go a totally different one. We're going to go, well, this one's called, here we go. Here's Chucker's song. Alright, cruising around. We got some DVR Chucker FPV. What craft is this? Is this an XJB, Chucker? Chucker's sent through a super chat as well. Thank you very much of that little dollar there, Chucker. Is this the one? Is this the one that we're meant to be flying around. Remember, we've got some little tight turns right here. Beautiful sunny day. This looks like an amazing... Oh, that was a lucky gap and a lucky crash into some grass. We're going to press play on that again. This is the perfect, for me, the perfect amount of tree spacing. If we just had a couple more trees out to this side, it would be perfect. This music, I'm kind of enjoying this one as well. MB Edit said, the original music on that video is copyright free, even though it's just starting an FPV video. Sorry, Chucker, I told him he wasn't talking to me. Sorry, my bad, I must have misread that. Remember getting a lot of love. Nope, not mine. Vid earlier in the week. So you want to go back? We're going back even more? I am so confused on this. This is like a pirate adventure. This is a lucky crash though. Look how close that was to going straight into the tree trunk. Little ghost branch clip, and yeah, nailed that little gap. All right, let me press pause here. It was almost like the record got stuck. Okay, I think we've got it. I think that was it. Man, we're getting a lot of videos. This is what we're going to do tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to be watching, because we've only got a tiny bit left of the stream. Tomorrow we can watch a whole bunch of videos. I might ping a bunch of people and say, hey, put your videos in here. We can share them, that sort of stuff. Flip FPV says, yep, lose connection. I've seen it heaps of times. He's probably a little bit behind in the stream, probably about half an hour right there. And Mad Max FPV says there's no trees like that in Scotland. Why? What are they like over there? And Daniel says, hello, I just used my Diatone GM530 for the first time today, and holy crud. For someone who's only flown camera quads, acro was hard. So far I love it, and I really like to do punches. Daniel, I would say, have you practiced on the sim? If you have just gotten into this hobby and you've only ever flown camera drones around, please, please, please jump on the sim. Something like FPV Air 2, Velocidrone, DCL, Liftoff, Freerider, FPV Freerider. Any of those, you can watch this back. They are just going to improve your skills so much. It's going to mean you crash less, you're not going to break as much, you're going to be safer. It's just all around a better way to learn to fly. Toxic FPV says, one of my first flights is up. If you have any suggestions, you know what we're going to do, Toxic? I'm going to save it for tomorrow, because I would love to watch a couple more people's videos as well. So definitely share your vids. We're going to put yours first up, first thing tomorrow, Toxic, because we've been streaming for 87 minutes. It is 11:35 my time. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. I can't believe we got to 116 thumbs up and 0 thumbs down. That has to be some sort of record right there. Random Family Man says, Stu, tomorrow we'll continue clipping Stu's faux pas. And Daniel says he's got an Xbox. No, you don't want to use an Xbox controller. Please use your radio if you're trying to connect up to a sim. And Toxic saying, I have a toaster of a PC. Well, maybe we need to do a live stream. You should do some live streams, Toxic, and we'll put some goals up, because I want to give a shout out to everybody who did help me. We had a toaster, and I used to call it a calculator because it could do some calculations. But remember how much that stream used to crash before we upgraded our PC? I don't know what the record was, like every 30 seconds or so. Sometimes it'd get a, and then it would be crashing. So, you know, I'm sorry, Toxic, that you've got a toaster of a PC, or hopefully you don't have a calculator. Can it run any of the sims though? Please let us know. And Lucas is saying DCL is bad, to be honest. Not good physics, kind of fun though. Freerider is pretty good, a tad floaty and not bad. I'm going to offer an opposite opinion. I really liked DCL. Like, I don't think anyone who says these drones feel like these simulators feel like the real thing, it's just nitpicking. None of them feel like the real drones that you're going to be flying. None of them offer amazing, accurate physics representations or anything like that. They try their best, but you know what? It all feels kind of, you know, it does enough. Its job is to teach you the skills and how to fly. And the most important part about physics, like Lucas, the most important part about sims, like Lucas says, is it's kind of fun. And if your simulator is fun, that's what you're going to want to go and do. You're going to put more time into it. I know, at least in my experience, I'm going to fly at the sim that is fun. That's what I'm going to be hitting around the most. It's not going to be the most accurate, lifelike feeling. Imagine if you just had, I don't know. It's hard to explain, but trust me, if I had to pick one, I'd probably pick DCL because I just know that I'm going to put more time in there. I'm going to pick the sim that makes me the best pilot. The best pilot for me, that I'm going to learn the most from. The best sim for that, I think, is DCL because it is fun, and I'm going to be spending more time on that. Hence, I'm going to have a bigger skill gain than if I just stuck to the most realistic one, but I might not fly that around as much. In saying that, though, I haven't tried out Velocidrome, which apparently has, like, battle mode or something in there, which could also be fun, flying that around. Fitzflight says, Liftoff is coming to Xbox if it isn't out already. Yeah, don't get any sims on Xbox. It's a waste of time. Alright, let's have a look here. Captain Kirk had a message, but I can't see. Okay, he sent through a couple of little commas and apostrophes and full stops right there. He sent through that as a donation as well there. Thank you very much, Captain Kirk. That's a little bit trolly. Very much appreciated. Look, I think that's going to do us, boys. I just want to say thank you, boys and girls. You know, and let's not discriminate here. Young or old, wherever you may be. Charlie, what do you want, buddy? He's just hanging out here looking at me on your bed. Here, we'll give you the last snack of the day as well. There you go. That's from everybody. Thank you very much, Captain Kirk. Everybody else who sent through their donations. Captain Kirk sent through a little winky face. Clip that material. I don't even know what we're talking about. Diego Smith saying, what's going on from Brazil, man? We're just about to end the stream. Harry is saying, boys and girl. Okay, yeah, it's probably, you know, for every, you know, based on my, probably maybe have one female watching if I had to look at my YouTube statistics right here. Captain Kirk saying, you're welcome, Charlie. And that, look, have a wonderful day, guys. You guys all deserve it. You are all awesome. 2020 has been tough. If you are struggling with anything, there is some links to Beyond Blue in the website down below as well, if you are feeling a little bit blue. But I want to just make it known that you guys out here, you are awesome. Thank you. I appreciate every single one of you for watching. You are valued. You are cared about. You are killing it in 2020. You know, you're the first people who have really been doing flying. No one else in the history of your entire genetics, none of your ancestors have ever done anything as cool as flying around as FPV. And look at that amazing technology. You are the first kind of pioneers to be doing that. You should be proud of yourself. I am proud of you. If there was a movie about your life, I don't know who we'd put in there. Maybe some 80s diehard Bruce Willis action heroes. Maybe Arnie, someone. I just want to let you know you are awesome. I'm proud of you. Thank you for being here. You are valued. You are cared about. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place. Don't forget daylight savings, which means my stream might be an hour earlier for some of you. So it is going to be 10 a.m. Australian time, but that is in with the daylight savings as well. So anyway, on that, subscribe for more FPV related content, and as always, happy flying. God. Donnie's saying bye back. All right, Donnie. I don't want to just take that donation and run, Donnie. So I'm going to hang out for, I'll say a couple of minutes. Thank you so much, Donnie, for that. And I hope you're having a fantastic day as well. For anybody who's interested, we do, Captain Kirk sent through a $2 donation as well. Okay. Thank you very much, guys, for using that link. I'll stick around just for a little bit because I'm not going to, I feel like that's when someone's like, hey, they buy someone a drink and then they just vanish or ghost and disappear on them. Random family man saying, you got that pinball going, Stuart? I know it's just hassling me there. Yeah, I know I should probably work on doing that as well. But if you are interested, we're doing Daily Dose of Donnie. I think that's coming up tomorrow. And a big inspiration for a lot of people as well because he's given up some ciggies. So I think he's like 50 days now. So if you are interested in giving up cigarettes, look, it's all about improving your life here on the channel. Yeah, Donnie, you're a big inspiration to a lot of people, man. So thank you for everything that you do. A lot of people sharing some love as well for Donnie. I can see Richard Toxic saying, have a good one. Thanks again, Stu, for getting that post out. Can't wait to give that diatone a rip. No worries, my friend. It's well and truly on its way. Well, it's on its way. You're going to have to wait for Oz postage. Maybe it might be like 5 weeks. I think we sent something to New Zealand, which is a lot closer than the States. And I think it took Sean Williams about 5 or 6 weeks till he got his package. So, look, I'm hoping once it gets out of Melbourne, it should be a lot quicker. But, yeah, it's been a bit of a pain when it comes to Australia Post, especially at the moment in where we're at. All right. Anyway, I'm out, boys. On that, subscribe for more FPV related content, and I will catch you guys tomorrow.